Yeah. Good? Yeah, okay. Hello, guys. Welcome to the annual general meeting of Future Staff Forum of the academic year 2015-16. I'm Val and I'm your president and chair of the trustee board, and I'm your warm-up act for this afternoon. I'm going to try and make it as entertaining as possible. I have here our lovely vice presidents. So Jamie, Emma, Ash, Tom. Alright, so what is the annual general meeting and future staff forum? The AGM, for short, is a compulsory element of being a registered charity. It's a meeting designed for our membership, which is you guys, to hear about our expenditure and our impact on last year. It's the opportunity for charities to be more transparent and accountable. The Future Staff Forum element is your chance to ensure your officer team is doing what we should be doing, and you can determine what we do for the rest of the year. I'm going to hand over to Emma, who's going to talk about Ask for Help really quickly.
So especially if you turn the template over, especially the one called Academic Skills Know-How Team, I would highly recommend every single one of you to go, because they help you write your essay in a more academic way to get a higher score. The campaign is going really well. Hope you all get a better mark at the end of the day. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm now going to hand over to Jamie and Ash, who are going to talk about Wednesday afternoons. Okay.
Good afternoon, I'm Ash Owen, I'm the Vice President this year. So one of my programs this year is going to be May. So looking at the essays and the surveys and good for us to get feedback from students this year. We've seen it like Wednesday afternoons and policy coming up. So we've got social responses to this is from you, Bill, or if we can do let's say that's just going on Wednesday afternoon also to see they're not getting options to go on Friday afternoon or Thursday or another option to not do the rest of the week. So I'm going to pass it to Jamie for their private issue waivers.
Oh, Mike. And so I'm not just going to go through last year's impact report, and also last year's finances as well. Okay. So we had over 2,000 votes last year in the leadership race, which is a fantastic increase of 13%. And we also have 40 candidates standing to become an officer or a trustee. So that was great. We received almost 300 nominations for students of excellence in our Proud to Be Staffs awards. We supported a network of over 500 academic reps. Shout out to my academic reps. Put your hands up if you're an academic rep. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Zeus. Okay, so shout out to you guys. The Student Advice Centre secured £302,600 for students from Student Finance England. Last year, I'm not sure if any of you guys saw, one of the officers did a campaign on the general election, and we secured £10,000, and we did like a massive fun fair. So yeah. We had 919 students coming to the advice centre, and they raised 994 cases. Okay, so the bottom bit, unfortunately, we have a few technical difficulties today, so I'm just going to read you the figures that should be at the bottom. Is that okay? So we spent £412,000 on advice and representation, £131,000 on training and development of our student staff. We spent £117,000 on campaigns and communication, £398,000 on clubs and societies and Welcome Week. We spent £10,000 on governance. So we spent £882,000 on retail. So everything in our shops, we have to buy in to sell to you. We spent £1.8 million on our bars and restaurants. We spent £150,000 on entertainment and security. So all of our nights out, and around karaoke, all of our nights out and stuff. And security, that's how much we spent. If you want to look into this further, you can go onto staffunion.com, and there will be this infographic will be posted on there. It's on there now too. It's under Union Finances. So yeah. We introduced a food hub last year. Last year we gave away 36 food parcels. So far this year we're giving out 50 food parcels. If any of you have any extra noodles or soup in your cupboard at home, bring them into the union uh, 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 so that we can give them out to your friends and your classmates. We really appreciate any support that you guys can offer us. Varsity expanded into a 4-day event. Last year it was fantastic. We had over 250 spectators over all 4 days. So in Edinburgh, London, and Birmingham, we managed to save on hot drinks, booze, and alcoholic drinks on the standard price. So this slide is talking about Green Path, which is our sustainability project. Green Path are always looking for new members. If you're interested in helping the environment, please get involved. I already mentioned the general election campaign. We ran loads of other union campaigns, some of them mentioned on there. We participated in 250 box fixtures. We had over 100 clubs and societies last year. We put 32 of our student staff through industry recognised leadership qualification called IRM, and it was really successful. All those student staff loved it. If we paid the volunteers effectively, we could have paid the volunteers £104,000 for the amount of hours that they provided for us. So thank you to all the volunteers. We introduced 250 new training events too. So yeah, that's it. These are lists of our affiliations. As a charity, we have to tell you who we are affiliated to. So, Town Clerk Whitehall are the auditors that we have chosen and recommend, unless there are any objections. No? Okay. Town Clerk Whitehall, congrats guys. So, yeah, that's it. So, it says in the deck on the board. Unfortunately, Linda's been called into a meeting, so Eileen Phillips has kindly offered to step into Linda's place. Eileen covers a lot of Linda's remit, so please welcome Eileen Phillips to the stage.
Hi folks. Thanks for inviting me. I'd like to say I was the younger, slimmer version of Linda Degg, but I'm not. Yeah.
So, I only got a fancy job title last week.
I did.
It is Head of Cancer and Operational Services. So can you just explain what that is?
Well, I think everything's my fault now, I think,
Okay,
Belle,
cool,
yeah.
okay.
No, I'm really, really pleased to pick up some new teams. So not only will I be looking after residences and accommodations and the domestic teams as in my previous role, but I'll also be looking after car parking, campus, the lodges, grounds work, and the postal system as well.
So I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Car parking. Obviously, there's not enough spaces.
Well,
What are we going to do about that?
Well, we've done a number of options this year. We have actually increased the number of spaces this year by 160, which have just recently finished. We are aware that we are subject to planning permission and what the council will allow us to do. So we've put together a number of strategies in terms of how we can help people have more sustainable travel alternatives to and from the university. We do recognise that it is a problem for the students, but it's also a problem for the staff as well. I do believe, from what I've been seeing as I've been wandering around the campus in the last couple of weeks, that the additional 160 spaces that we've put in has given a vast increase, because there's times when I've travelled up from Stafford at perhaps lunchtime or at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, there have still been spaces on the campus at which I can park my car. The intersite bus still continues to be used and to be used very, very well, and we've invested an awful lot of time and resource into that as well. So we are doing everything that we possibly can to try and manage the car parking spaces, but as ever, it's subject to planning permission with the council. We're in conversations and negotiations with the council about some other areas of land. I think that's a very widely known secret, that we're looking at them in terms of Squire's View, and as soon as we have any information on that and what we can do with it, of course, we'll bring it out and we'll send that communication out to everybody.
Anyone got any questions they want to ask?
Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. Well, I think that's a valid point, and I think I'll go back and have a look at that with the car parking teams, see if there's anything that we can do to identify it a bit better. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we do take photographic evidence of everything that is charged for. So if people do feel that they've been charged unfairly, there's always the right of appeal. That right of appeal will now come to me, and we'll just review the evidence at that point in time.
Yeah, can I just ask if you've got a question to hold this? It's mic.
Bloody hell, am I on? Hello. Yeah, I'm in Ainsley Hall, and currently there's parking's fine at the moment, but it does get very busy during the day, and my concern is that Royal Dalton Hall's currently unoccupied, and it's about to become occupied. So I'm not sure how much space will be available when they're in and where they are going to park, because by the looks of it, there's going to be quite a few of them.
Yeah, as part of the refurbishment of the Royal Dalton, we are looking to put additional car parking spaces around. I think where the builder's compound is at the moment, we've taken the opportunity to hardcore that. Okay. And whilst I don't want the internal areas of the quadrangle to be car parking, because I don't think that's fair to the students, some of the access areas in and out, actually we've managed to gain a bit of space from the green areas, and so there will be some additional car parking at that point. But also our student residents are actually, when they come back in January and move into Dalton, they will be there before our staff will be there. So if the cars are parked, then possession is 9/10 of the law at that point in time.
Okay, cool. Cheers.
As chair of Disabled Students Forum this year, I've had a few students come to me about disabled parking.
Okay.
There's a number of them asking why are non-disabled blue badge holders using parking bays, because they've been given these little slips that say they can park anywhere. A lot of them actually have to go through so much to get a blue badge to prove that they are disabled. They're feeling that all these parking spaces have been taken away from them. And a lot of these are students, and if they can't park, they can't attend their lectures. They've also come up recently is all the blue badges that are being used actually assigned to the person who's driving the car, and if there have been any checks on those. So when it comes to disabled parking, it's coming up again, but in a different way more than it has done before. I do have one other question, and that's to do with transport between Stoke and Stafford. We've been promised a disabled bus
Right.
for 4 years now.
Okay.
We still haven't got it.
Okay. Right. In terms of, can I just answer them individually? I didn't quite catch the first one, so I might ask you to repeat it. So, unfortunately, my hearing isn't particularly good. You'll have to excuse me on that one. In terms of people displaying blue badges who aren't entitled to use them, we have to work on the basis that all of our staff have the ethics and the moral courage to actually not be using something inappropriately and not be misusing something that is actually designed for a disabled person. That really is down to the conscience of the people who are actually using it. There's very little that we can do in terms of data protection to actually inquire whether or not anybody is entitled to be displaying what they are displaying. So again, we can use some of the communication that we have that's going out quite regularly around now, the campus transformation, to get that message out to people, and I'll certainly speak to Judy O'Brien and ask that that is done, and that's done now on quite a regular basis. Whilst we're not in the process of shaming people, we would like to prick people's consciences to act in a proper and appropriate way. In terms of, I didn't quite catch what you were saying. First of all, are you saying to me that people have been issued paper passes and then that allows them to park anywhere on the campus?
Holding it. It's more of a staff, I think, because it's to get back to work soon type process where they've been going through, and they've been allowed to park in disabled bays. But these aren't short term. You know, I've seen some of these passes myself that last a whole year. And it's meant to be short term, but it is a disadvantage to a number of disabled students who have to come here to learn, and they've got no parking.
I think you're absolutely right on that, and that's something that I'll take away from today. I hope you will allow me to take things away from today and then come back to you on that. Because certainly the paper passes are for very, very short-term visitors or people who have actually logged onto the system but haven't actually received their pass at that point in time. And to the best of my knowledge and intentions, we shouldn't be issuing long-term parking passes, except really in the situation where perhaps they are a carer and living on site of a disabled person. I would take the view at that point it's entirely appropriate then to give that person a long stay car park pass of the paper variety, because we would struggle to get them through the system. But yeah, if I can talk to you afterwards, and if you can give me specific examples, then I'll do my very best to investigate and come back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else got any questions?
Yeah. hmm Yeah. Yeah, I think that's entirely appropriate. Something that I'll look at straight away. I mean, even on the way in today, I contacted the car parking team to say, actually, can you come down to the back of the LRV because we've got some really, really, really inappropriate parking going on there. So again, if people want to contact me, I'm always contactable via email. If you think that there's an issue, then get hold of us. And admittedly, there are only 2 guys, and it's quite a large site to cover. But you know, they're very, very biddable. They'll do their very best. They've got quite a difficult job in terms of managing. Some people's reactions isn't really as we would want them to be or expect them to be when they are issued with tickets. But they work very, very hard to try and maintain the area for all the students and all of the staff and make it safe and make sure that the parking is appropriate. So they themselves are very, very approachable. If there's any issues, either speak to myself, speak to our office, or speak to the lodges, either on Stafford or on Stoke.
I think doesn't just cover car parking, you want to cover everything on campus. Other questions? You got the right. The guy in the back top.
Just going back on the disabled space, right? I feel like the charge for the person that parks their car on a disabled space should be way more than an appropriating parking. Because like where I live in Halls and Spode, right? And then we have like a whole bay of disabled space above us. And then I've seen people parking their car in there, and I'm asking, oh, sorry, but why are you parking your car in here if you're not disabled? They're like, oh, because I'm late for my lecture, and then it's just £35, you know what I mean? So I think if you increase the charge for someone that's parked their car in a disabled space, because obviously it's a disrespect other than just like running out of time. No, so if the charge were to be way more than just a normal, a regular parking, people would start thinking about twice before parking their car in there, you know what I mean?
I think that's a really valid point, yeah. And I've got a meeting booked in the diary, I think the week after next, with district enforcement, who are actually the car park providers that manage that system for us. So that's one of the things that I'll be taking to them. I think we have to advertise well in advance, so I don't know whether we've managed to get it through for this year, but certainly it's something that we consider for future years. Yeah, good point.
Any other questions? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It's been lovely to see you all. That's great.
you.
Take care.
See you
Ooh.
soon.
Yeah.
See you. Okay. So now we're going to talk about nights out. How can we help you have a great night out? So I'm going to hand it over to Emma and Tom to discuss this point. Yeah.
From what I've seen, like all the second and third years and master's students they still like Goblin Refresh, and they still want to come out as much as they can. And it's still one of those things where if they don't have work, they'll come out to it. It's like it's not I might see what theme it is. It's they will go out. But a lot of the first years that I've seen, like, and some of the ones that I know quite well, I don't know what attitude it is that's making it, but they're just preferring one night a week. Like, it could be going up to Hanley, or it could be going to Couture and Stafford, or it could be just one thing, but that'll be it for the week. They don't want to keep doing the binge drinking and stuff. So I feel like if we do something, like change something, it's got to make one night a better night, so people want to come to it more and make that the bigger night for it all, basically.
but
But it's not related to the sports team thing. It's more of a leading off of where Ben's come from, like talking to the first years and stuff. They don't feel like, especially I can see it from my point of view where I suffered from anxiety in my first year. It's not the kind of, we don't have the kind of support or the events that we can go to and feel comfortable and safe, rather than you go to Gobble, everyone's like there in a massive crowd and you're just like, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. And I think that's kind of put some people off. I don't really know if there's anything to be done, like smaller group events or something, but
Sorry, I was just saying, like, maybe not necessarily instead of, but if there are, there are quite a few people who have like little quirks and stuff, like I do as well, and you don't always want to go out like clubbing, like 2 or however many nights a week, but sometimes like just even if it was like something similar but not quite as sort of how do I put it? Not quite as loud and sort of I don't know, like we were saying, maybe more like the pub nights at like Ember, but it's a different twist.
yeah, events that are calmer, so still using the venue, but something that can get people who don't like going out to clubs so much, but get them more involved. Like I know some people have mentioned like rock and roll bingo or stuff like that, or cocktail nights that it's not drinking so much, it's just you sit down chill, or like a Godfather night where you have a Godfather cocktail and just watch films, so like film nights or something, I don't know.
yeah. Do you want to give the mic?
Thank you. Well, I'm just saying, in my opinion, I think it's kind of gradual decline thing. Because if you were in first year, then you're always like, yeah, it's Cobble night, come on, go out, and just get smashed and come back in 5 in the morning. By second year, it's more like, okay, fine. By third, it's like, I can't be asked anymore. So I think it just depends, and if you look at the bigger picture, I think they were really good about the good points that came out. Not everyone is keen towards a night out, going out with their friends, but if you want to socialize with your friends, we can have many things like having a bingo night, movie night or something. And so people who don't want to drink and just go out just for like dance or something, they can still be here in LRV and have a good time and just spend 2 hours and go back. Something else here. For example, we have this all-nighter thing coming up on 19th of this month. So I think that's a great platform for everyone. They can just be here for one night and come up with something new, like a business plan or something. At the same time, just get some win some prizes as well. So I think that's a really good platform for everyone to come together, make new friends, socialize, hang out. It's basically a night out without drinks. So. It can be. Why make it monotonous? Why do we have Gobble every night, every week on Wednesday? We should have something else. I think we should have like a big pot or something with different ideas in it, and just pick one idea every week, and we can have that thing on next week, and we can have that idea on the website of Union, and so people will know. They will kind of look forward to it. So, all right. So what's next week now? And if it's something which they are looking for, as in something which they want to do, they can be here. So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Anybody else?
Anyone else? Ben?
Yes, Ben. Very good.
Yeah, to go back to the sports team thing as well that Ash was like talking about, I feel like there's 2 sides to it, because on one hand I know people that they have gone out for nights out, but not nearly as much, because obviously they have to pay now, whereas they got free entry, so they were out every night. So in total it would work out they'd be spending more money, because even though they get free entry, they're out every week and they're buying loads of drinks. But then the other side of it is as well that there are some like clubs that are £10-15, like I know skydiving and MMA are £15 entry, like that's going to Gobble like 6 times and you've made your money back. So I feel like the free entry is a good thing and it should come back, but there needs to be like a limit to it in some way, because as well, like, there's a way people are using it to just cheat the system and get free entry, basically.
I found it's quite interesting that you're talking of asking students what they want for a break night out. But have you done the research of why they go into town to the clubs there? What do those clubs offer them that they don't get here? So I think there's a piece of research here I think the student union need to do, is to find out what is happening there and take that best practice back here.
Thanks for looking into it.
Anybody else? Stuff TV? What do you think? Fine. Okay. Is that my fault?
Yeah.
Is that my fault? All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Thank you everyone for the feedback.
Thank you everyone. Okay. So now we're going to open the floor to you guys. It's your turn to ask the officer team questions. It could be anything from how was your night out last night, Val, to what meetings have you been to this week? Go for it. Anyone? There?
It's more of a complaint, actually.
Okay.
On the union website,
Yeah.
if you go onto the officers page,
Yeah.
it has all of your names, and then it says read more,
Yeah.
and then you go into the read more, and it's got those little questions that you all answered, which
Yeah.
is it's nice and cool and everything, but it doesn't explain what you as officers want to do.
Okay.
And I feel like, because obviously it says on the board outside the union, and like people do generally know, but if someone goes to the website to find out,
Yeah.
it's not on there. And I also with work we had to do the PDR, and part of it was talking about the students' union, and I went on the site and I couldn't find any of your stuff, so I was like freaking out over that. So that's
Okay.
one that would help.
We can definitely look into that. Yeah? Marketing and nothing. Thanks, Curtis. Okay, thanks, Ben. B.
Just talking about the website,
Yeah.
can it make it easier to know what you're doing from the website? So making those links faster or as less as possible so people know what you're doing.
Yeah.
As it comes to accountability and better staff forum, you've still got to work with me with that.
We will. Anything else? No? Can someone else how my night out was last night, please?
How was your night last
It was
night?
really, really good. Thank you for asking. So cool. I love Gobble. That was it. Alright, so finally, part of the SAFs Awards will be coming in May. There's loads of different awards that we give out. We need you guys to nominate your favourite academic rep, your favourite lecturer, anything. Please nominate staff members and students. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming, guys.